All right, let's go ahead and get started. I'd like to first thank everyone for coming here and being here to help John Doe and making sure he reaches his full potential and goals. This is an annual IEP meeting, and I'll go ahead and just reintroduce everyone here at the table. First, we have Coach Smith over here, who's going to be the general education teacher, going to talk about how they have been doing in gym and in their class. We also had the speech therapist here, who's going to be go over the speech goals and the progress of those speech goals. We also have, of course, the parents here helping to bring information from home and going to be advocating for their child. We also have the district representative here going to protect all parties and representing the district in any way that needs to be done here. And we have me, the case manager and the special educator. I will be going over the annual goals and data for reading, math, and ELA. Now, we're going to start with the PLAP. Now, John Doe is a 12th grade student at Wigland. They qualify for special education services as a student with autism, intellectual disability, and speech impediment. The most recent FIE, full individual evaluation test, is dated 03/03/2021 of 2 years ago. He is currently receiving the following services: speech, assistive technology, and transportation. He is also being placed in a centralized classroom while still going out to out classes for his least restrictive environment. He receives intervention for reading, math, as well as writing. His special education category, his primary one, is autism. His special education eligibility is intellectual disability and speech impediment. We feel that John Doe needs support in all academic areas. Now, let's go over his LRE goals. Placement in the general education classroom prohibits the student from achieving all goals and objectives in his IEP, even through supplementary aids and services use. The modifications required for the student to achieve the goals and objectives in the IEP cannot be implemented in the general education classroom without eliminating essential components of the general curriculum and activities. Speech therapy, instructional, and related service goals and objectives contained in the IEP require a small group or individual setting with trained, licensed, or certified staff in the least distracting environment than a general education classroom. I will now be going over his goals. We're going to start, let me find it, here we go. In English, his annual goal is by the end of a 36-week period, when given a picture with the 4 WH questions, who, what, why, and where, John Doe will be able to respond to these questions with his communication device with no more than 1 prompt with 80% accuracy in 3 out of the 4 opportunities. This will be, of course, implemented by me as well as a speech therapist. For his math goal, by the end of 36 weeks, instructional weeks, when given a picture of a pie chart, John Doe will be able to look at the graph and answer 5 questions based on the graph with no more than 1 prompt with 80% accuracy and 3 out of 4 opportunities per grading period. In science, annual goal by the end of 36 weeks. When given a basic science reading passage and fill in the blank worksheet with 5 questions, John Doe will be able to read the passage and complete the worksheet with no more than 1 prompt with 80% accuracy and 3 out of 4 opportunities per grading period. And finally, in social studies, by the end of 36 weeks, when given a basic map, John Doe will be able to read the information on the map and verbalize a response to questions about the map with no more than 1 prompt with 80% accuracy and 3 out of 4 opportunities per grading period. Now, as of now, the student is, of course, eligible for ESY, and with that completed, we can go ahead and begin the meeting.